Welcome to Biographies of Important Women in Black History. Today we are going to learn about Kentanji Brown Jackson, Associate Justice of the United States Supreme Court. Her birth date is September 14th, 1970. She was born in Washington, D.C., and her family moved to Miami, Florida when she was little. She went to school at Miami Palmetto Senior High School. There, she was the senior class president and a debate club champion. She has described her time on the speech and debate team in high school as the one activity that prepared me for future success in law and in life. Then she attended Harvard University. She majored in government and graduated with a Bachelor of Arts in 1992. After working for Time magazine for a year as a researcher, she went back to Harvard University for law school. While a student, she became the supervising editor of the Harvard Law Review. She graduated with her Juris Doctorate in 1996. After graduating from law school, she worked as a law clerk for a few federal judges, including Supreme Court Justice Stephen Breyer. She also worked as a lawyer, including being a public defender for 2 years. Public defenders are lawyers who will represent people who cannot afford to pay for an attorney. In 2010, President Barack Obama appointed her to the United States Sentencing Commission. There, she worked to make sure that people who have been convicted of crimes are sentenced in a fair and reasonable way. In 2012, President Obama nominated her to be a judge in the U.S. District Court in the District of Columbia. Then, in 2021, President Joe Biden nominated her to be a judge on the U.S. Court of Appeals for the District of Columbia Circuit. This is considered the second most important court in the country. 1 year later, in 2022, President Joe Biden announced that he would nominate Kentanji Brown Jackson to become a Supreme Court Justice. After someone is nominated for the Supreme Court, they must go through a confirmation hearing in the United States Senate. They sit and answer questions from senators. After all the questions, the senators vote if the nominee should be approved to the Supreme Court. Kentanji Brown Jackson was confirmed or had a majority of the Senate vote yes on April 7, 2022. Justice Kentanji Brown Jackson joined the Supreme Court in June 2022. She is the first Black woman to ever serve on the Supreme Court. Before her, there were only 2 other Black justices and 5 women justices. The Supreme Court is a lifetime appointment, meaning she will have this job for as long as she wants to work. During her Senate confirmation hearings, Kentanji Brown Jackson stated, "I hope to inspire people to try to follow this path, because I love this country, because I love the law, because I think it is important that we all invest in our future, and the young people are the future." Thank you for watching this episode of Biographies of Important Women in Black History.